we were children, we were so attached to the toys that we had. Forget the toys, we will go to the beach, we will collect shells, and we will treat that shell as my possession, my treasure. I don't know how many of you have done that. You have siblings, sibling rivalry will be there in that. You have more shells than me. The brother will say, oh, my shells are more beautiful. And so much emotion will be attached to that. But what is that actually? Right? It's as worthless as anything can be. Right now we are all in that state. We are gathering things around us. Some sand castles we make, it gets broken, we start crying. But once when we raise ourselves to the real identity that is our nature, it becomes spontaneous. Right? So that the case of will that not become spontaneous? It's not that I will become sad and I have to pull myself up. It is not that I will become happy and I will pull myself up. There will not be any reason for happiness and sadness at all. When I understand what I really possess, I will not cry over seashells. I will not cry over sand castles. Because I know that I am much, much more wealthier than that. Right? So that will eventually definitely happen. But avatars are here to help us. That is the nature of the avatar. The avatar has to come and behave like a human. Right? Otherwise, it is very, very difficult for us to relate to Swami. Unless Swami comes and, when you make an offering to Swami and Swami, you see that smile on Swami's face, then we find fulfillment. If Swami was sitting there and Swami said, then we would not be motivated to make that offering to Swami. And we would have missed out. There is nothing for him. Because we have to be inspired to do work. We have to be inspired to do sacrifice. When you do something, someone will say, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. There is this beautiful story of Mr. Hira, the trustee of the Central Trust. When Swami announced one of his big projects, I think the hospital project, I think. And Swami said it's going to be 100 crores and this and that. And they all said, we should contribute to Swami. Swami is building such a big project. So he and a few people, they went to London. Right? They went to London to have an event where they would speak about this project and ask people to participate in this work. So he says, I went to the Wembley Hall and Wimbledon. He says, I went and gave this talk. First time I'm giving a talk in front of a huge audience. I got a standing ovation but not even £1. Everybody clapped and went home. Nobody gave anything. So he goes back to his home in Tokyo. And he's very, very disappointed. Swami, I thought I would do this for you, I'm not able to do. He's so despondent. And he's crying to his wife, I failed Swami, I failed Swami. Suddenly he thinks, but why should I ask others? Why can't I give? So he says, why can't I sell my house and give that money to Swami? And immediately he calls up one of the realtors and he says, tell me what is the cost I will get if I sell my house today. And he says, we get $20 million. Tokyo is a very, very expensive place. He said, if you sell your house, you will get $20 million. He takes the next flight and comes to Bhakti. He says, Swami, I want to give you this money. Swami calls him for an interview and he says, Swami, this is what happened. I could not get money. We went to London. So I want to do this. I want to give you my house. And Swami looked at him and Swami said, what made you think I will permit this? He said, what made you think I will permit this? He said, Swami, why not? Because Swami told him, which mother will want her son to live in a rented apartment? Every mother will feel like my son should settle down, my son or daughter should have their own house. Swami said, how as a mother will I permit you to do this? And he was so moved because whatever he was doing to the Swami who is that great person who is doing this great project. But he had forgotten that the same Swami was his mother and he was a child of this supreme being. And he says the best part is the very next day or a couple of days later, the episode happened which has been quoted many times. Swami comes out beaming with a smile, big smile on his face, and he has this letter in his hand. And he calls, I think, one of the teachers and tells them to read it out. And what does that letter say? There's one of the boys who has written a letter. He said, Swami, I believe that you're building a big hospital. I don't have any money to offer you. So what I did for the past 1 month, I washed my clothes myself. I saved the money without getting the lobby. So here is 150 rupees from that. Even if you can buy one brick for the hospital, I will be happy. And here was Swami standing and announcing this as the greatest donation that he has got. And there Mr. Hira was sitting and seeing the scene. Then it occurred to him, for Swami, that brick is equal to a $20 million house. Because he doesn't see material, he sees the bhava. He appreciated the bhava of Mr. Hira, he appreciated the bhava of his child. But if Swami does not show that happiness, we will not be able to understand what Swami likes, what Swami dislikes. We will not be able to align our life to what he likes and dislikes. Right? So let us not get carried away by the emotions that Swami displayed. He is a brilliant actor, he has been a wonderful actor from his childhood. So he is beyond all emotions, we are absolutely sure of that.
One last question. When we have a choice to choose friends, I want to have intellectual discussions with them, but not their negativity. How can I be friends with them and still not get affected by their negativity?
And so it comes back to that. It's not about them at all. It's not about their nature, it's not about whether they are good or bad. It's all about the relationship that you have with that person, and while having that relationship, what thoughts you have. That person could be a brilliant person, could be very, very good. But if while sitting with you, he or she is only telling negative things, it's not for that person, not for me to say that that person is bad. It's for me to say that right now I cannot accommodate this. This is pulling my thoughts down, this is pulling my energy down. Right? But it also happens that, I'm sure we all have such friends, that we are friends only in certain topics. I face this all the time, whenever I go for a talk, whenever I move around. People will come and speak to me only about Swami. They will not come and tell me you should watch this movie, it is amazing. Why? Because in their mind, this is the space I occupy in their life. So when they converse with me, they will only converse this. It's not that nobody talks about movies to me. That's a different circle. Right? In that circle, I play a different role. I have a different purpose in that circle. So if you want that in some friend circles, that you want to have only certain discussions, then it is only the vibes that you send out. Right? So if someone is going on coming and gossiping with me, and if I am showing disinterest, it's just a matter of time before that person says that it's not more fun telling me to this person. He is not reacting at all. She is not reacting at all. Or she is not telling me anything in return. So much gossip I am sharing, I don't get anything in return from this person. So eventually they say that, okay, this person is not suitable for this conversation. Right? When you start showing interest in some other kinds of conversations, they will say, okay, so this is the conversation I should have if I have to speak to this person. Right? It will eventually happen. As one of the old students very beautifully answered, somebody asked him how to avoid bad company. He said, be good, bad company will avoid you. Right? It can't be more true than that. The more you become good, you will find your one of my classmates was saying he joined for a work job after his MBA. His immediate boss was a chain smoker. So he had to smoke some 30-40 cigarettes a day. So whenever he would call this friend of mine for his cabin, he would find that this person was very uncomfortable because there was smoke in the cabin, the smell was always there. He didn't say anything. He never told that I don't like this or we're having a bad habit. Nothing. But the boss would make out he's uncomfortable. But it also turned out that he was the best person in his team. He was the most sincere person. He is very honest. Swami expressed all of us to be. So he could not work with him, the boss. So what the boss thought, whenever I call this fellow, he's suffering. So every time after that, when the boss had to call this classmate of mine, 20 minutes before, 15 minutes before, he would not smoke. So at least that much relief he can give to this teammate of his. And then he started doing that. More and more the work he had with this person, lesser and lesser his smoking movement. So finally at the end of the year he called him and he said, I used to smoke 30 cigarettes a day, now I'm hardly smoking 3 or 4 because of you. And all of that without this boy once telling smoking is a bad habit, you don't smoke. Or if you want me to work with you, you should not smoke. He only made himself valuable to the team. And automatically the people around him were being sensitive to what was his likes and dislikes, what he was comfortable with. And I think that is what will happen. If we put out a certain kind of a vibe, if we put out the idea, then I am here only to talk positive things. If I'm going to talk negative about somebody, I don't want to talk about it. If we put out the vibe, then I want to talk intellectually enriching things. Don't come and tell me, nowadays these news apps are like that. So-and-so rapper or singer closes for the third time. What will I do with that information? Right? Maybe there are some friend circles that discuss this. So if you are in that friend circle, you say that this is not something I want to talk. The life of a celebrity is not something that interests me. So eventually, that company will avoid you. Right? So I think it will happen slowly. For all of that, it all comes down to, as I again said, do we really want it? Do we really want to be in thoughts of Swami? Do we really want to experience Swami throughout the day? And if you have that spark, reserve that spark, ensure that that spark grows. And that's why I'm always very, very fascinated with this quote of Swami. Swami says, I have come to light the lamp of love. Second one, how many of you know that quote? I have come to light the lamp of love in your hearts. To see that it shines day by day. Third, it added wisdom. So it's a threefold Swami promise that Swami is given. I will light the lamp of love. I will ensure that it stays. I will also ensure that it grows. I will also ensure that it shines with added wisdom. Right? And that promise is what Swami has created around us, in the form of the organization, in the form of the institutions, in the form of Swami allowing us to access His words even today. What a marvel it is. I can switch on a button on my phone and I can hear God's voice. When was the last time the word was so fortunate? When was the last time the word had that blessing that today I can want to listen to the voice of God and I can listen, it's in my pocket. Right? So Swami has given us everything that is required. But Swami would say, we should be ready. We should go to him and say, Swami, this is what I want. Until then Swami says, I wait. I'm here. Right? I don't know where he started with that question, but things come to this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. And all of us had a really wonderful session with you.
Thank you.
with us today, and she wants to talk about zero waste management with us.
Loving silence to all my brothers and sisters. It was so difficult for me to stand now and speak because unhealthy is lunch food. And I'll try my level best. So I think what my sister told, I actually told it was not me who wanted to speak. It was Swami who made me to speak this. Just one week back she told that Akka, can you speak about zero waste management? So why the topic came all of a sudden? See, because tomorrow is World Environment Day, right? And today Swami wants me to speak about zero waste management. So I just want to, the 10 minutes is less, but I'll stick on time. I'll speak less, and the video and the picture speaks more in this slide. So I'll make sure that within 1:30 I'll try to finish. So why do we have to think about zero waste management? This we practice in our college, zero waste campus. So that can be put this is one of the project, National Edition Program. 2021 batch, they did this project under my guidance and our SP's guidance and external guidance also. So they actually, the purpose behind this is like how we can make everyone's devotee side of his house as a zero waste management. How we can make it as a zero waste communities. So why can't we inculcate that in our daily life? So let's run through some videos. Can you do the next one? So we actually vehicles are now in Bangalore. We are aware of this driveways and wasteways, right? So everyone are even in this area. They segregate, right? Driveways and vehicles. Does anyone have an idea how much waste we generate every day per house? Every day. Whether it would be dry or wet, maybe half kg, 1 kg. Put together every day, 4,000 to 5,000 tons we are generating. And where it is going, they are supposed to be segregated. But where exactly it is going, are we troubling? So today we are speaking about what Swami also has said. Do not waste time, energy, and nature, exploit the nature. Now, few videos which I am going to show here is we are the responsible people who have exploited the nature, our mother earth. So how we can avoid them? Next slide. So if you can watch this video, you will just come to know how beautiful is our nature and what we have damaged to the nature too. So this is what you have seen how nice our nature was, how beautifully it was, and how we have made it. Of course, there is some awareness given, but still we are not, we are just, living it, just like that, okay, chala hai, kind of painting. So what next? So you can see. So these are the things going on without our knowledge. Sometimes with our knowledge due to some kind of constraint. Right? Yes. This video you might feel a bit difficult or very feelings you might get, but not after the video I will but you can see what damage we have done to our nature.
See right away, there is a very significant quantity of plastic inside this core. He should weigh somewhere around 1,000 grams, and he only weighs right now about 500, so he's about half of his body mass. There's no doubt that his bird died as a result of his plastic ingestion. Basically, the species forages by picking up a lot of scraps off the surface of the ocean, particularly getting it to squish, and they can't distinguish the plastic pieces. Very, very significant quantity of plastic in this bird. It's quite remarkable.
So we stop and move on to the next slide. So just I wanted to share this. Whatever we do and whatever next time. Play the previous slide. So just wanted to tell you, even though we have segregated wet high waste, where exactly all these wet waste are being filled. So where exactly is going? Whatever we give to BBMP, where exactly it is going? So that later once you see this, then we can say how we can avoid it. So what we are trying to do, of course we are segregating wet waste and dry waste, but again we are dumping in something else where those people are actually facing a lot of problems. Right? How can we avoid that? We can avoid that by not sending the wet waste outside. We can do it at our home as a compost, wet waste compost. Right? This is a project done by our NLP National Leadership Program 2021 students. So they actually came up with this idea, and this is being actually leaf compost, because leaves what we do, sometimes we burn it, right? So that is also not, see, what we get from our nature, we have to give it back to the nature in the same form. So that can be done by compost. So how to do compost? In what way we can, daily we can do it in our homes. So we can start from our homes individually in all side routines of the house, and then come to Samiti and of course even Samiti at Samiti level. So when we can do all this practice, when we practice at home, I think we can not generate so much. So I'm not telling that we cannot completely avoid plastic. At least single-use plastic can be completely avoided. Carry bag with you, cotton bag with you, every time when you go outside, so that you need not purchase the plastic bag from the shop, right? So this is small things matters a lot, right? So this is next. So these are pictures where our students have practiced and we are doing practice. So we are not giving to beginning thing. We are going about their own. So even in our Bangalore super specialty hospital, leaf compost is also being done, it is being generated, and that can be actually distributed among the devotees, or it can be initiated. So it all depends on how we are responding, I mean. So that is what I just wanted to convey. Exactly 10 minutes. I actually want to, there is a demonstration for this, how exactly to do the pet-based compost. And everyone has a notion that it smells, it stinks, nothing like that. So there is some quantity of portion are there. Our science systems are there to help you. Whenever you want, still they are continuing, they have a WhatsApp group where they are going to share all these kind of, even non-devotees are also there. All over India, they have put together every month in that WhatsApp group and they share. If you have anything else to share with new ideas to save our mother, you are most welcome. And if you want to know more about this, you can also approach me and I'll give you the number. How exactly to do the pet-based compost, that also will be given, knowledge will be given by our sisters. So this is what I just wanted to tell. So sign up, 10 minutes I've taken. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share this about, to save the mother earth.
You can feel free to contact us to get more information about how this can be done in our homes. And now we will have our concluding session. Before that, there's this one thing we would like to say. We had a set of slides we wanted to show about all the current youth activities that are going on in our district. But due to shortage of time, we won't be going through that. But I request all of you have one hour of time and you don't know what activity is going on, then you can ask and we're always there to help you find any activities that you want to. Whether if you cannot come out to your house, even at home there are a lot of online activities that you can participate in. So see if you can come after the session also talk to us. And we also have a group where we share notifications and awareness about all the activities that are going on. So if you're not on the group, since we have all your contact numbers, we will add you to the group and you can always reach out to either of us. So now
we just want you guys to think one thing, like we requested Prem Anosh to just give us a visualization where you can just sit and visualize what Swami is to us and connect to him. We just want you guys to take one thing from today's meeting is please experience his love. And one thing you can take for yourself today, and you just, whatever you want to do for yourself, just pray to Swami that let me feel your love wherever I go. And whoever I meet, let me feel his smile. That is what we request everyone. And we want everybody to connect to Swami. This is what the message we wanted to. So we are opening the floor. The only thing here is spiritual session. Brother will let us and an introduction we have told you. After that, we will give everybody a letter. You can write to Swami, write a letter. Whatever you want to talk to him, whatever you want to say, please write. Because I have personally experienced it 4 months back. So I want everybody to go through it because that personal connect, that positivity you can take today. And you can have a promise, and you can have a promise to Swami that he will take care of us. So I am opening the floor to Prem Anosh.
Sorry if I've taken more time and you couldn't show the slides in the first time. Just a few sweet anecdotes which come to my mind, especially when we're talking about building this relationship with Swami. One of the old students was narrating this episode that he grew up in a family that was devoted to Swami. His parents would come to Swami quite often. And they also had in their altar a picture of Lord Satyanarayana. Typically, in most households, we have a picture of Lord Satyanarayana. That was the main picture in the altar. And this boy was maybe 4 or 5 years old. And whenever he would see this picture, he would feel that Lord Satyanarayana is frowning. He would always feel that, why is he so angry? It occurred to him that there was a frown on the face. And because of that, he felt uncomfortable standing in front of that picture. So when this yearly Satyanarayana Puja used to happen, his mother used to cook so many dishes and so much elaborate floral arrangements and decorations would be done. And he had to stand in front of that picture as the worship was being offered. So this boy would be standing there. And whenever he stands in front of the picture, he closes his eyes. Because he doesn't want to see that unblessed frown on the face of Satyanarayana. But on Satyanarayana Puja day, it seems he will stand there and he open his eyes slowly and see, at least today is he happy. So much we are doing for him, but at least today is he smiling. So the very cute sight of this 5-year-old, 6-year-old boy standing there in front of that picture and just opening his eyes like that and seeing him closing his eyes again. So this was going on for some time, and finally a day came when he was coming to Prashanthi Nilayam for the first time. So his parents were taking him to Bhakti and Swami calls them for an interview. So the first time he is before Swami in the interview room. The moment Swami sees this boy, Swami stands straight, puts his hands like this and starts looking at him like that. And the mother and father are looking at Swami and wondering, what is Swami doing? This boy is looking at Swami stunned. And after Swami did that, for a few seconds, Swami said, "Kopamto kadara, premato chustunnadu Swami." Swami told in Telugu, Swami is not looking at you with anger, Swami is looking at you with love. Kopamto kadu, premato chustunnadu. This boy didn't understand why Swami was saying that, but the message was very clear. Don't think God is angry with you. God is here to love you. So he goes back to his home after that, and he takes courage, he brings a stool, climbs on it, and then he goes and takes a close look at that picture, and he says, then it occurred to him, actually he was smiling. There was a very pleasant smile on his face. And then as he was looking at that picture, it occurred to him that the color with which the lips of Satyanarayana were painted was exactly the same color of the lips that he saw on Swami with that palm marks. And he smiled, the same smile he saw there. And those words, always remember, God is not looking at you with anger, He is looking at you with love. One of the episodes which would often be narrated is when we were having these 12th exams in school. We have to have external examiners, right? So, one of the most redundant work in Swami school is to be an examiner. You don't need one. Right? Nobody will copy, everybody is sincerely doing. So there was this external examiner who had come, very sincerely going up and down, and then he realized that there is no point because nobody is looking outside their paper. There is no malpractice happening here. So he goes to one of those boys and he says, not bad, all students here seem to be God-fearing. And this boy was writing that exam, quickly looks up and he tells the external examiner, not God-fearing sir, God-loving. We are good not because we are God-fearing, because we are God-loving. When we look at Swami, we should never feel that Swami will be upset with me, Swami will be angry with me, oh Swami, I am the sinner, I am the worst fellow. No, He is incapable of approaching us with anything other than love. Because that alone is His nature. He is incapable of expressing anything but love. Can the sun give out darkness? The sun can only give out light. He is the very embodiment of love. He can give out love. But the same way, we should straighten our lives thinking, Swami, I should never do anything that displeases you. Which means we are not here to take His love for granted. You are all loving, but I never want to do something which even in the slightest displeases you. I am not being good because I am God fearing. Because for me, this love that I have for you does not permit me to see you pain. With that love, I should be in blessed. And that is the greatest blessing Swami has given us. I came to Swami when I was 17 years old. I know what God as a concept was before I came to Swami. I know what God as a concept is now that I know Swami. That is the greatest blessing that each one of us has been given. To find that personal God. One of my classmates, one of my teachers actually, when he joined Swami's college, Swami came and asked him one day, so many boys write letters to me. Why is it that you have never written a letter to me? And why is it that I never see you giving me a letter? So this boy said, Swami, but I don't have anything to write. You are all-knowing, you are omniscient. What is there for me to write to you? This boy had lost his mother when he was a small kid. So Swami looks at him and Swami says, see, had your mother been here, had your mother been alive, you would have written letters to her, right? You would have written, there is no salt in the sambar here. Hostel, they will be making me up too early. Something you would have written to your mother, right? Swami said, write like that to me. Why can't you write like that to me? Because when you write something to Swami, it is not to inform him. Write something to Swami, it is to build this relationship with Swami. When we sit in front of his picture and talk to him, it is not because if I don't tell him, he will not know. It takes a lot of effort, I'm telling this from personal experience, to sit before Swami and say, Swami, I have done this mistake. It takes a lot of effort because the ego is so strong. That ego can become fear, that ego can become a block between us and Swami. It takes a lot of effort to go and tell Swami, Swami, this is my flaw. I want you to deal with it. But that step we have to take. Swami told one of the students, this boy, suddenly Swami called him to Bhakti. He was studying in Vrindavan. Swami called him to Bhakti. And generally, if someone from the hostel is going to Bhakti, an announcement will be made. So-and-so is going to Prashant Nilayam. If any of you want to send any letters, please write and give it to the warden's office. This person will take it and offer it to Swami on behalf. So this boy is a UG student. And suddenly filled him with so much pride that here I am carrying the prayers of all these boys to Swami. Nobody else is going to Bhakti, only I am going, and I am carrying all of their prayers to Swami. Right? That suddenly gives you a little bit of pride, right? And it's very spontaneous. It is not like, it's not that we are bad and that thought occurs. Spontaneously it comes. Pride is very spontaneous. So he feels that, I am taking all these prayers to Swami. He goes and sits in the portico. Generally we make a card or a box in which all the letters are put. So this boy is sitting there with the box. Only student in the whole portico. Swami comes, does not even treat him like an object. He is there. Completely avoids it. Does not even pause for a second to look at him. Goes away. So he thinks something is wrong here. Again Swami comes out for darshan. Again repeats that, making it absolutely obvious that Swami is ignoring him. And then Swami goes and sits for Bhajans. Once Swami does something like this, we start self-introspection. So what did I do? Then it occurred to Swami, how stupid of me, how very silly of me to think like this. Where did so much ego come from? What is this, Swami? I'm very sorry, Swami, I'm very sorry. Bhajan gets over, Swami comes, and then Swami calls him. After he has cried all through the bhajans, Swami calls him into the interview room. First thing Swami tells is, Kitna ego. He says, how much ego you have? This boy literally falls at Swami's feet and says, Swami, I'm really sorry. But I don't know what to do. This is me. Right? As you were talking, this is who I am right now. If I have these flaws, I have these flaws. If I am a person who has bad habits, I am a person who has bad habits. This is who I am. He said, Swami, I don't know what to do. These thoughts come so spontaneously, tell me what to do. Swami said, nothing. Every time an emotion or a thought comes to you and you feel that you don't want it, Swami said, nothing. Just say, Swami, I am offering it at your feet. Sarveshwara Namaste. Swami said, that's all you have to do. I will take care of it. But for that, it takes a lot of effort. To acknowledge, Swami, this is my flaw. And to tell Swami, I am offering it to you. Right? That is why simple things like this that we do to build a relationship with Swami. Be it sitting and talking to Swami, be it sitting and writing a letter to Swami, or simply going into the garden for a walk and just contemplating on Swami. These are the techniques to ensure that thinking of Swami does not become a habit. Right? Because we have to keep infusing love into that. We have to ensure that we think of Swami through the day. We also should ensure that that does not become a mundane task. And for that, we have to keep infusing love into this relationship. And for that, we have to do something. There is this episode that Swami narrates when Dhruva does that whole tapas he does for 5 months. What does he do that tapas for? He wants to gaze on his father's lap. But in that 5 months, the little boy realizes what a silly desire this is to place in front of the Lord. Finally, when Lord Vishnu comes and Lord Vishnu says, what do you want? Dhruva says, Lord, you know everything. I don't have anything to ask. You know my mind. Then Swami says in the discourse, Lord Vishnu tells Dhruva, that see, you had a desire, which means you had a thought. You acted upon that thought by doing penance. Now when I am come in front of you, I am giving you the opportunity to even express it in words, so that you can have unity in thought, word, and deed, and become a Mahatma. This is Swami's thing, it's not there in the Bhagavatam. I am giving you the opportunity to align thought, word, and deed, and become a Mahatma. So when we have a desire in mind, when we have a prayer in mind, writing it down is that commitment, is that putting it into action, putting it into words. Right? And there is much that is spoken about this in psychological terms also. When you write something, when you express something in words, you are actually committing yourself to it more than you otherwise would, more than you realize. This is, I think, the greatest opportunity that we have got. The most beautiful Bhajans that Swami says, and I really love is, Swami says, Chikkina Sai Vakkaleyaka Chakka Chesukodu. Chikkina Sai. The way Swami will say, Chikkina Sai, it is almost like, Swami, we don't know how we got you. I don't know what I did to deserve you. I don't know what I did that I got this opportunity that I found you. So he says, by some chance, by some fluke, by some luck you have found me. చిక్కిన సాయిని వక్కలేక without letting him go, make him yours, చక్క చేసుకోండి. Make him yours in such a manner that he can never leave you. And then Swami says, పోయిన దొరకదు ఈ పరమేశ్వరుని పాదసేవయందు. If you say, I will come back to this later. If you say, after retirement, if you say, maybe in some other birth, Swami says, Povina Durkadu. If you let go now, there is no guarantee you will get it again. If you let go this opportunity to serve Him, serve His feet, Povina Durkadu, Bhajans Adisevayandi. If you let go, there is no guarantee you will get it again. Chikkin Sai, Vakkalega, Chakka Chisuku. This is the opportunity that Swami is giving us. We are running after so many things in life, which will all go away, how much ever we try to hold it, is going to go away. We have found Swami, let us make him ours. Let us make him ours in a way that nobody, no situation in life, no disaster, no distraction can take it away from us. If this alone we do, I tell myself this, in this lifetime, this alone is the target. This is the target for this lifetime. Because Swami, I know if I achieve it this time, no other life is going to be different. And it is not like I will achieve it this time and next life I will be a worldly person. No, if I do it this time, it will not be different any other time. That is the greatest opportunity. So, however you want to visualize him as your dearest friend, as your mother, as your companion, whatever it is. But there is no one closer to you than Swami. Everyone will come and go. Right now they might be the most important person in our life, but time will come and they will fade away. The only constant in this life is Swami. The only certainty in this life is Swami. By some fluke we have found him. Let us let him go from his thoughts and give you to your prayers.
6-7 committees and monthlies. Every committee is to adopt a school where we go and help them and we interact with students. What we do there is we conduct Bhajans classes, we have spoken English classes, we conduct sports activities there. So basically we go interact with them. These are basically government-aided schools or government schools. So we have a lot of opportunities of Seva available there also. If anybody is interested in teaching them and interacting with the kids, so you are all welcome. The second part here is the residential Bhajans, which you can see down also. Now we have particular Bhajans practices going on. So in every community, for example, you stay in an apartment. If you want to have a Bhajans session there, if you want to do, or if you want to get trained for Bhajans, becoming a Bhajans school, you can contact us. We will surely share what opportunities are there. So this is one which actually excites a lot of us. This is the audio video thing, and you see behind the Bhajans we have a Radio Sai Amritwani studio. So if anybody is interested in audio video videos, we are ready to give all the training. Only thing is we want your availability. So this, if anybody is interested in these kind of events, we have, as Mahesh said, you can see, he has a set of team who help us doing photography or videography for all the sessions happening for any festivals. So we can help with videography, audio editing, and any media center related work. If you can't come to this, when you can't come, you have to do things from home also. We are okay with that also. We will help and facilitate. I can further show you the detail.
The Seva activities, we have hospital Seva. So since the super specialty hospital is in Bangalore, so it's a very good opportunity for all of us to go volunteer there. So this happens once a month. So in Karnataka, Bangalore, we get 1 week to do Seva. At least on weekends, especially for youth, they have slots where we can go and serve. And if not offline, there is also an online option where you can help patients get appointment at the hospital. So there will be a short training period where they teach you how to take calls, and then you can help patients book appointments. So you will have to dedicate around 1 hour a week. So you have to tell them which time you will do and maintain that consistently. And then you can take calls from home and help patients book their appointments. Then Vrindavan clinic Seva. So this also happens again once a month around usually 4th Sunday. So it is our responsibility to keep our ashram clean. So if whenever you are free, it's just half day. So Sunday morning 9 to 1, we will have Vrindavan cleaning. And Patri Seva, so this we get to go to Prerana for a week and serve there. It could be Women's Hall or outside, anywhere that there are the Lord places for Seva here, and that might happen once a year, depending on the roster, we will get a chance to serve. And Narayan Seva goes on regularly, so here also it's highly convenient at all other different committees. Weekly once there is Narayan Seva, here it is on Sundays, so you can help either with packing the food or even if you want to cook, that is what you can help with that also. And there's Kidwai Nitya Narayan Seva that goes on every day of the week. So at Kidwai, where you can help serve food to the patients, wash the dishes and everything. So whichever day of the week you're free, each day is allocated for somebody. So you can go as part of the committee or whenever you're free for half a day. And then depending on sometimes in summer we have a little Seva, and in winters we give blankets. And donate blood. And old age home visits. So this we have started recently. So near Nagar there is an old age home for the mentally challenged, and we go there quarterly once. We're trying to make it monthly once. Just for 1 hour in the evening, we go sing bhajans, give prasadam, and spend some time with them. They're all very enthusiastic. They also know the bhajans, they will sing along, they will also lead. So I request all of you to try to serve at least once. And we also have national initiatives. Every year we get a set of initiatives which we as the group can follow. And so this time we have the tree plantation. We were supposed to have it today, but we will be starting that soon. And so Muslims of Karnataka page on Facebook. They post weekly posters with some quote of Swami, like in Kannada and in English, as you can see. And during festivals, we also post puzzles like crosswords or word search, other sorts of puzzles. So if any of you are interested in making such posters or making such puzzles, then you can definitely join the team. And the training will be given. So even if you don't know how to use Canva or to make a poster or any of it, it's not at all an issue. They will teach you from scratch how to make it. And those who are, who are creative and like doing all this, you can definitely join the team. Finally, these are the upcoming activities. So we are planning to start after this Memory Garden here by Society Country and the opposite to that, where we plan to go and spend some time in Bhajans with them. So once we start that, we hope all of you can come and participate. And Sathya is coming this time, June 23rd, 24th and 25th, we have Sathya. So all of us as part of Karnataka South, you can go take lessons from Swami and come back. It's a 3-day event. So all of you who are interested to join, please let your community conveners know or any of us. And we can all go together and have a divine experience and come back. So these are all the activities that are going on. If you want more information, you can talk to any of us. Thank you so much, all of you.
I don't know how can I express my gratitude to you and to Swami that you came. You showed you showed his experience on us and his love. And thank you so much for that, brother. And I know time is a little short, but we feel we could have given more time to you. But anyways, we have to respect everybody's time. So I would request TP sir to come and please give a token of love to Prem brother. I would request you to do the arti, so we जय बाबा भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की